Welcome back to Waitomo, a small town with a huge reputation. We're spending the weekend here checking out why this was one of the most requested places for us to visit in New Zealand. So today we're heading underground to check out some 30 million year old caves and the glowworms that call them home.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yesterday we made the 2.5 hour drive down from Auckland and checked into the most impressive glamping accommodation we have ever seen, let alone stayed in. A 50 square metre safari style tent set on a massive site, overlooking a pond filled with ducks, nestled away next to some kiwi fruit orchards. You can't get more kiwi than that.
Waitomo's big reputation is because of the labyrinth of caves and underground rivers below the town that have helped it become the home of glowworms in New Zealand. Despite being Kiwis ourselves, we've never actually visited as adults, so can honestly say we don't know a heck of a lot about glowworms or what to expect.
So we're well overdue to see one of New Zealand's best natural attractions up close. We just have to take an adventure in the dark deep into some tunnels so that we can see them.
They think you've got food.
They're gonna attack me.
No, you're gonna have to walk them into the grass. You're gonna have to walk them into the grass because they're following you. They're following you.
I feel like they're gonna attack.
No, they're not. They're not. You just have to. Am I safe?
There's more there now.
Oh no, there's more coming.
I feel like they'll move. They're pretty much all out the way now.
Right?
Yeah, we're good. Oh my god! Should have bought some food with me.
A little duck crossing. Now they're back there going, wait, where's the food,
Yeah, I
man?
know.
Look, they're all behind us.
Are they actually?
I don't know if you can see.
Oh my gosh, they are.
They're all back there.
They're like running like crazy.
They're like, where's the food, man? Where's the food? You came out here to give us food. A lot of Kiwis don't even realise that Waitomo actually has about 10 different caves that tours go and explore, but there's actually more like 300 caves in total here. Our research led us to book the Ruakuri cave.
Sadly, this one doesn't include a boat trip like the more well-known tour, but the comments and 4.5 rating on TripAdvisor often say it's the best tour. It's longer at 1.5 hours, more thorough, super varied, and overall more impressive. At least that's what we're told. But the most important part for us is that you can use a camera unlike most of the other tours.
So why the name? In Māori, Rua means two and Kuri means dog, which loosely translates into den of dogs. But our guide that called himself Steve the Rapper had his own words too.
He got attacked by two wild dogs. And as he was running for it, he had to apparently drop his food. Dogs went for the food, he got away, told his mates about it. They all came back and found that these two dogs were part of a pack of dogs living in a big dry cave entrance. So it's two dogs or den of dogs.
Before we fully venture into the cave, we just want to take a quick minute to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video and making this adventure happen.
Most of the classes we've shared in the past have been about videography, photography, and podcasts. But at the same time, we always mention how Skillshare is this online learning community for everybody, where you can pretty much learn anything you can think of. So we went on a binge down the food, baking, and cooking route recently, and yeah, wow.
Dane was obsessed with learning more about brewing beer, but then I hit gold. If you've been following us for a while, you already know pizza and beer is our go-to pick all around the world. So finding how to make the perfect thin crust pizza by Nick Andrea was a dream come true. I actually already make my own dough at home that I'm kind of famous for, but seeing this Roman-style pizza he uses in his restaurants convinced me to try something new.
An annual subscription is less than $10 a month and includes unlimited access to take all of these classes and more. But the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership, so you can upgrade your chef game ASAP and tackle the new year with some new skills. But for us, it's time to head down into the darkness.
The entrance was really unsuspecting from the outside, but as soon as we entered, it was almost pitch black as we made our way down an enormous 200-metre man-made spiral entranceway.
It's such a grand way to start. You don't really expect that you're going to walk into a tunnel, or cave, sorry,
and then go down like a James Bond style movie entrance. This is brilliant. I'm going to duck down. You probably can't see much. I have to duck down under these little bits. I didn't expect that. No, I can't see a thing. Welcome to the cave.
More than just a look at some glowworms, this felt like a full-on tour deep underground. The limestone formations were seriously impressive, and there were these delicate curtain-like formations as well that we were warned over and over again to make sure we didn't accidentally hit, or we could expect a big fine.
But basically if you touch it, you'll end up breaking it without intending to.
It's fascinating that some of these are so long and they come right the way down inside the path, so they've had to build perspex screen to protect them. There's kilometers of path, river rapids you can black water raft through, shell formations embedded into the walls, incredible depths, and of course, glowworms. While glowworms are the star of the show, they're pretty bloody camera shy, to be honest. You need to cover your face around them while keeping silent, and you can't use lights or flashes, so actually capturing them was nearly impossible. This is essentially what it looked like though. In person it was so awesome. Standing there in complete darkness, in full silence, and seeing thousands of little lights everywhere you look. I'll tell you what, that was better than I thought it would be.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was like, to see a glowworm up close like that, I had no idea that what their structure was all about.
They basically build a hammock that they can move around in. The long bit you see is a sticky cocoon-like setup to catch prey, not actually part of the glowworm itself. And did we mention, glowworms aren't even officially worms. Mind blowing.
It's really crazy how I assumed that all of the droplets sort of thing, which he said were goobies, but I assumed that they would all be from individual glowworms. But I think that was a fun tour because there was walking. It was like a lot more calm than what I think the other one would have been, from what I've read. And just incredible cave structure and everything on the inside. Yeah, satisfied.
Not too fast paced either.
No, it was chill. I was just wearing Vans. Like Stacey's got sports shoes on, and we weren't really sure like is that kind of the right walking attire or whatever. But it was sweet like this and just jeans. Good times.
Good times.
We've come out for a little bit of an adventure. There's really not. I mean, there's not too much around because it is kind of that vibe where it's an escape, isn't it?
Yeah, well, other than the caves and stuff nearby, it's all about relaxing and chilling out. So to continue with that theme, we've decided to go for a 2-hour float session and massage combo.
Never done a float thing.
We've never done the float. So that's when you get in the big bubble looking thing that's full of Epsom salts and you just bob around for an hour. I don't know if this is my vibe.
You're not a big water person, eh? So I suppose we'll see. So it's kind of included as part of the stay. They offer these little packages and everything. So yeah, we thought that sounds interesting. We should check it out.
Yeah.
So we've come for a drive now, and we've parked outside the Big Kiwi. Now you already know our pronunciation is not great, but
we try.
Otorohanga. Take your pick. Small little spot cup.
Just say it 15 different ways.
Exactly,
And just
like roll it all out there. That's one of the most unique things I think I've ever done. I didn't really know what to expect, but you literally cannot sink. You just float. And I think the person that came up with the phrase "silence is deafening" was in one of these dream pods when they came up with that, because you can hear nothing and everything, and you just lie there. I closed the lid, turned the lights off, and you just float like you're in space. Wild experience. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing Stacey. She's been in a different room. I really want to see her and see like what her experience was like. I have to admit, at the end, my mind was kind of like wandering off because it's 45 minutes of just like chill and 10 minutes of pre-float, so it's like almost 60 minutes of just hanging out. That's crazy, man.
I started off with the lights off in the room and the pod lid open and the pod lights on, just because I wasn't sure if I'd get claustrophobic or not. And then I started to get a little bit cold, so I slowly like worked my way through different phases, and then I pulled the lid closed with the lights on inside. I was like bobbing around, and then I was like, I wonder what it would be like if I turn the lights off. So I pushed the lights off, and I was like, I freaked out a little, well, not freaked out, but I was like, oh God, when my arm would touch something or my elbow would touch something, I'd be like, oh shit, was it? But it took me a long time to relax, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
We just asked where the best food in town is. Apparently it's at Huhu. It's very early though, a bit early for dinner, but we'd be hungry. It's too late for lunch, and it's too early for dinner. We'll do both.
Bread, sold. Chips, sold.
Come on, let's go. So Waitomo itself, in terms of the city centre, if you can call it that, the main township, is tiny. And I mean this in the nicest way possible. You don't typically expect that the food is going to be that good. You know what I mean?
Do I know?
Yeah, like in somewhere that's kind of a small, it really is like the Glowworm town. But that food was excellent, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really nice. We ordered way too much.
What did we get? Kumara skins.
Kumara skins, fish bites with tartar sauce, risotto balls, pumpkin and parmesan or something, and then what was the last thing we got?
Chicken
Buttermilk chicken bites or something with honey mustard sauce. It was all really good.
It was very good. I just had a couple of very strong IPAs, so Stacey's going to drive us back to like 5 minutes back to the spot.
I got you.
So now seems like a good time to get our fire on after a few drinks. No, we're fine, but we're going to get our s'mores on. So we've got a little fire pit here. I didn't grab them. There's the monstrous,
I'll go get them in a minute.
the monstrous marshmallows in there. So we've got the fire pit going. We're going to crank this on. Not for too long, because I don't imagine, you can see how windy it is. Like, I think it's going to be a colder night tonight.
Yeah, I think
and
so
last
too.
night was like, there was a chill. So we've closed up the shop like a little bit earlier, lowered down all the sides of the tents and everything. Oh, how many you got? Oh, yeah.
Oh!
They're so big. Get it in there.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the wind just changed.
Yeah.
Look how long I'm going to be here
Unpredictable.
for. This is the biggest marshmallow ever.
It's so big.
Oh, yeah. It's not even catching on fire, it's so big.
We got to change that. The best kind of s'more, the best kind of marshmallow is one that is like crispy.
Oh, look, there we go.
Yes. Wow.
It's like a full-scale fire in the kitchen. Only one side's done.
It's like a fire show. Yeah, I don't know how you would turn that into a s'more. S'more.
It's more work than it's worth.
Oh!
How am I supposed to eat it? What?
We're trying here.
Ready?
Go for it. Oh my God. Happy with that?
Yeah, that's good. Real good. Marshmallow is so big.
It looks like I've just taken a log off the fire.
Yeah, and you're just gonna eat it.
Burnt to a crisp. This is not going to be pretty, I'm sorry. Look away.
Oh, too soon.
Wow.
Good? Oh. Oh, yeah. Now here's a question of the day. Did you even stay in luxury accommodation unless you wore the robe and the slippers? I don't think you did. I think that's like being, say, you're Superman, but you're not wearing the cape.